The gloves are coming off. We're about to go full court press. It's time to play ball. Listen in as we tackle everything in the world of sports right now. Throw your hat in the ring at 516-572-7440. Huddle up. This is WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
4:01 on a Wednesday. Welcome to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Anthony, joined by Michael Merlo, Josh Umahi, Ross Levine, and Matt Leonard. So I'm going to just jump right into it. Our Met fans in the room are
This intro
annoyed.
sucks.
Yeah, it really does. It's terrible.
Well, I didn't really...
Don't fade it out like that. It's no fade out.
Well, no, you know what? Because I want to get right into it because
All right, let's get into it.
Noah Syndergaard has some interesting comments.
Come on, quick.
Yeah, so last night the
Hold
Angels... What do you mean? Hold on.
Congratulations to your New York Yankees. 2 big wins against the Blue Jays.
Okay.
They are really shaping into form. I know we'll talk about them in a little bit, but they look... I mean, I think right now the Dodgers are the best team in baseball, but the Yankees are right there. I mean, they are right there, and you can make the argument very easily for them.
Yeah.
I think very highly of the Blue Jays.
We'll get into that, but I wanted to make a special accommodation to the Met fans in the room.
That's fine. I don't know why you think you have to do that, as if you're on another level of us. That's fine.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, we can talk about Noah Syndergaard, the clown show that he is.
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay, so last night, if you didn't know, rookie for the Angels, Reed Detmers threw a no-hitter. And Noah Syndergaard, of course, being out in Los Angeles, on the other side of the country from New York, is still throwing
He's
shots
in
at the
Anaheim.
Mets.
Don't even give him L.A. He's in Anaheim.
The Los Angeles of Anaheim, as they call themselves.
Yeah,
that.
it's
So,
stupid.
Haven't they
It's
had like
stupid.
6 or 7 different names over
They
the
were the
years?
California Angels, they're the L.A. Angels, Angels of
who are
Anaheim.
doing surprisingly well. I don't know how long that's going to stay on track for.
It won't
Yeah.
last. But
But
No.
So, I'm going to paraphrase here. Noah Syndergaard said, that's what a real no-hitter looks like, referring
You
to...
put real in quotes. No, that's important.
Yes, a real no-hitter.
Yeah, but no one can see your hands, so you got to say it.
real no-hitter.
Watching. We're a radio show.
So, regardless, as Matt continues to throw me off track here for no reason, of course, he's taking a shot at the New York Mets, who had a combined no-hitter, and maybe even speculating the Johan Santana no-hitter, which was really not really a no-hitter, but got called.
it was.
It was.
It was a no-hitter. And
All
you
right.
couldn't go back and challenge it because they don't challenge fair or foul.
So
But yes,
he
keep
doesn't
going.
consider it a no-hitter. I'm trying to make a
I
combination.
don't.
It was a no-hitter.
Why
Oh,
not?
I don't now that we have one.
Well,
Whatever.
No, that's a no-hitter. Johan Santana threw a no-hitter for the New York Mets. There's no disputing that.
right. And, of course, Max Scherzer fired back, allegedly. Is this true?
This is
No,
not
it's
true.
not
This
true.
is not true.
It's not true.
And you know what? This comment that I keep seeing, it really does piss me off, excuse my language, because even if he did say that, why do us Met fans care? That ring is with a division rival. So why should, if that quote was true, I'll pull it up. There's a fake Noah Syndergaard, Max Scherzer.
No Syndergaard's in your head, man.
It really is. There's a fake Max Scherzer, what would you call it? Quote, I guess? Yeah.
A fake quote from this, like a meme somebody made.
Oh, like ball sports? Them?
Yeah.
You could say it.
Yeah.
Oh, ball sack sports. Great.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Okay, just checking.
What happened to you, Josh?
He said,
I'll explain later.
this is a fake quote from Max Scherzer. If he wants, I can show him what a real ring looks like. The closest thing he'll ever get is the halo over his head. That's not true. No, Max Scherzer didn't say it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems out of pocket for him to say something like that.
But even
Being
if he
the
did-
quiet killer he is.
But even if he did, why would a Met fan get excited about that?
Because it's a shot and it's no.
But if the
I'm
ring
not
was
saying-
with the Mets, okay, you could do whatever. You could say whatever the hell you want. And personally, I wouldn't care if Noah Syndergaard said a thing. But
You do care, though.
no, I'm saying if the Mets had won a World Series and
Okay.
if that ring that Max Scherzer had was with the New York Mets, I wouldn't care what Noah Syndergaard said. You can talk about us all you want. But the fact of the matter is, if I know we're spending time on a fake quote, it makes no sense why a Met fan would get excited about that.
And just recently, Noah Syndergaard fired back. Matt, would you like to go into that?
You got it?
Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. So Noah Syndergaard tweets. Well, he first tweeted. He quote tweeted SMY about what we just brought up, how he called it a fake no-hitter. He said, "Hate to break it to you, but this song ain't about you. This was about Reed, a great teammate, throwing a one-pitcher no-hitter, which is a rarity in today's game standards. Mets have a good team. Enjoy that instead of stirring bleep.
But
as do the Angels, so drop the drama and move on." Then, 10 minutes ago... Oh, and to be clear, I don't think a combined no-hitter is the same as a real pitcher, as a real one-pitcher no-hitter. Really, Noah? Really? You don't think so? Just like every baseball fan would say? Idiot. And then he goes, and ban the wave, and Mr. Met is a creep, and then something else about a Twitter foe he has, but it means nothing. You know what? This guy's a punk.
You think for a guy who's on a team that's 20-11, who's one of the weaker arms in that starting rotation, he'd be happy and he wouldn't care.
Listen, listen, to his credit, he's pitching well. He's not pitching like we thought he would, where he's striking a bunch of guys out. He's actually not striking guys out at all. But he's a punk. The Mets and the Met fans live in his head, and that's fine. If he needs to do this, making $20 million on a first-place team, playing out in L.A., then he's got something wrong with him. And that's not for us to, deal with. You deal with it, Noah. You have problems. It's okay.
516-572-7440. You can be a caller just like this caller.
You can answer the phone before you lose it.
I was doing that.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well. Caller, what's going on?
Hey, guys, it's Justin.
I knew it was going to be Justin.
We were just talking bleep about you.
Oh, great. Excellent. Thanks.
Off the air, too.
I thought this was a no judgment zone. Mike, you know how to spell judgment? You don't. So,
Shut up. J-U... No, I'm not even going to try.
No, don't, Mike. Don't answer him.
you got to play that clip later on.
We'll find
Noah Syndergaard is such a joke. If he was the guy that actually pitched the no-hitter, it would have some merit.
100%.
But to talk all this crap when you didn't even do it, and then... he's still talking crap, saying, drop the drama. He's the one that's starting the drama. An absolute joke. Now, I have this Noah Syndergaard jersey. I don't know. I feel like we should do something to it, maybe on the air one of these days.
Let's burn it.
I don't think we get a fire in here.
We'll think of something. Maybe we could,
We'll go out into the field over here and burn it.
Okay.
We'll on the football field and burn it.
I have one, too.
You know what? Better idea. Put the jersey, cut it out, put it on a dartboard.
Oh.
We could just print out a picture of his face and do that.
I know, but you have the jersey. If you don't use the jersey, then why the hell do it?
You know what? I want the New York Mets to keep playing so well, and maybe the Angels to fall off a little bit, so that we can shut this guy up. And then maybe Jake throws a no-hitter or Max throws a no-hitter.
Are we playing them later this year?
We are.
Yeah.
I'll give you a date.
All right, gentlemen, I'll be listening.
Yeah, but you won't be here tomorrow. You won't be here tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, well, we don't have frauds on this radio station.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. That annoys me. That's not going to be here tomorrow. So
We go to L.A. The 10th to the 12th
we go to L.A.
of June.
Or Anaheim, whatever.
okay, so you're not going to have the chance to boo him.
No.
No, maybe maybe I'll have to get on a plane for that trip, though.
Would you really make that?
That's not worth it.
Would you really do?
That is not worth it.
Let me see if we got another L.A. game out there. No, wait.
Dodgers out there? I would go to that. That'd be nice.
You'd have to think.
Oh, yeah, they're doing that trip. Oh. They're going to San Diego, which I really want to do.
Oh, that's a nice ballpark.
The series before.
Better get your bets right.
We may have to consider that.
Anthony, do me a favor real quick.
Yes.
I don't need the bets.
Go to all in the vault.
All.
Look up the word judge.
As they do this to make fun of me, let's just keep going.
Look up
Mike,
judge.
do you really think that Mets' success and Angels' failure as we progress toward the midway point of the season here is really going to shut this guy up? Do you really think that? Because this,
No.
just coming at the Mets unprovoked, completely unhinged, unprovoked. Nobody asked him to say that quote. There was really no reason to.
No,
Your guy
no
just-
reason.
Can you wait a second? Because I want to see what this.
No. Let me answer his question.
Okay.
Because I agree with him. I think this guy is such a small-minded, pea-brain idiot. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
It just, you said it. You said the perfect words, rent-free.
Yeah.
That's the only way you could actually say something like that after your guy pitches a no-hitter.
The fact that the Mets are having some sort of success, and by the way,
I mean, some sort of excellent success.
Hold on.
It's not some sort of success. You're the second best team.
if this was football, we're in week 3 or 4. Okay, let's hold off. Let's just point something out. What market do they play in?
Huge market.
Huge market. So do the Mets.
Yep.
You would consider the Mets the second team in New York, right?
Yep.
That'll change soon, but right now, the second team in New York.
That's a shock.
They are the second team in L.A.
Yep.
They threw a one-pitcher no-hitter. We threw a combined no-hitter.
I know where you're going with this.
How much media coverage did ours get
Ours
compared to
got
theirs?
Triple that.
Okay.
Triple what the Angels
That's
got.
also the reason why.
Also, I mean, think about it too. You no hit a pretty good lineup in the Phillies.
Yeah.
I don't care if it took 5 pitchers, 1 pitcher. That's
Impressive.
pretty
Yeah.
impressive. And I mean, I went to the game, so I mean, I don't know if I have luck on my side, but I
Go
saw
to
it.
more.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go to the game. Well, they never lose when I go, so I don't know. Maybe it's me.
I find that really funny, though, that this guy, and listen, it helps that he's a rookie, but McGill's not, a big name.
This is his first full season.
Right. McGill started that game. Then you had a bunch of relievers. Nobody knows who this guy's name is.
No.
The guy that threw the no-hitter. What's his name? I literally forgot.
Detmers?
Yeah.
Reed Detmers.
Yeah, exactly. So nobody's going to know this guy's name in a week. But Noah Syndergaard, to his credit, may have just gained more publicity for this no-hitter
And you know
because he ran his big mouth.
Mike, you know what's even more ironic is that Carrasco, who had a really down year last year, is pitching amazing.
Pitching very well, yeah.
Pitching very well, and that whole talk of do we bring Syndergaard back? I mean, it's past the wayside, but just you got the better deal. Carrasco bounced back. Only 2 earned runs last night, and the Mets are on the upswing right now. And I'm gonna put you on the spot here a little bit. Jeff McNeil, fantastic.
Oh God, how great has he
He's been fantastic.
And that was my worry because I kind of felt like he was going to have a bounce back year. Not this great, but I did feel a bounce back year, and I didn't want it to be with somebody. I know you make, I understand your point, Ross. When you trade somebody, you have to, have conviction in your trade. But a guy has so much talent, and you kind of have this feeling, you kind of just the way things are going, he was going to break out of it. He does.
Well,
it's great that it's for our team.
Yeah, I mean, he's been unbelievable. I mean, and what's good is that he's not relying heavily on power, which is it makes it sustainable.
He's like completely forgot about that because last year we've said it. He tried to hit more home runs, and that's not him.
Yeah, and also you have to factor in with the guy. And the reason why I said to trade him is because his attitude stunk.
Yeah,
and also I just didn't like the whole thing with Lindor and McNeil. It looked like a disaster. It really did. And that's why I feared to move him. Look, there was 3 players, Jay Davis, Dom Smith, McNeil. I thought they'd move 2 of them. I really did.
So did I.
And I still think they should have before the season. Not McNeil, the other 2. But they opted not to. They made the right decision with McNeil. Dom, JD, it's questionable.
Right. Yeah, I listen. I know we've argued about trading Dom Smith or not. I would have traded him in the offseason.
Yeah, I would have too.
Not now, but in the offseason I would have. I went back and forth with McNeil because I didn't know if that relationship up the middle with Lindor was repairable, but it clearly was. I mean,
yeah,
it seemed like they're pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, and look, to be honest, it's the way he plays. When he's on, there's not many players that could do what McNeil does. No. It really isn't because he's somebody that you can't shift on. He's going to find a hole, and that's there's not enough players like McNeil.
He hits for a high average, but something that's also interesting this year is on base is up big time.
Yeah,
and he's getting extra base hits. He's hitting doubles and triples, so it's been good. I know you're dying to click that button, so just do it.
No, I actually wanted to get to this. They moved the Mets moved DeGrom to the 60-day IL, and they got their answer to the bullpen issues, Locke St. John.
Oh yeah,
confidence levels are all up, right?
Locke St. John.
Why do I care? I don't care. I could care less. I've never heard of this guy. He's got a nice name though, but. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. DeGrom started throwing, which is interesting.
60 feet low intensity, they said, yeah.
So, listen, what do we expect? July? Early July,
All-Star break, I'm thinking.
mid-July,
Yeah.
All-Star break. Okay.
No need to rush. No need to rush him back.
I will sign up for that. Michael K said it yesterday. As long as all things go well and DeGrom comes back July-ish, oh boy. Freaking boy.
I have a weird feeling that he's going to have a setback.
So did I.
I really do have a weird feeling about that. And again, I love DeGrom as a pitcher. I still will always rip him for what he said about the whole opt-out crap. That's just ridiculous. That's where I actually agree with Michael K in that sense. Because he's right in the sense that why even think about opting out before you're pitching? He's absolutely correct on that. And that is something that, in a way, from the contract perspective, you hope he sucks. Because that means he won't opt out; he'll opt in.
No, I don't want him to suck.
Well, but let
me ask you this: would you rather have Aaron Judge not have a great season than you get to pay him less? No.
I mean, if you're winning even without that, then.
But the chances are you're not winning. If Aaron Judge is not having a good year, chances are you're not winning.
But they've won without him before. They have?
Yes, but this season, you think they would win without him this season going into this year? They didn't add enough.
They certainly would have not won last night's game. And speaking of Judge,
so quit judging him. You're really bad with the judgment, and that's your word.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Merlo.
like my former coach of my football team, Joe Judge, J-U-G. J-U-D.
No.
That's bad. I know. What was that from the morning show?
That's the one we just spelling.
No, we went.
Yeah.
4 of us went into the back room over there and just recorded that.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
What did you think that was?
I don't know if what I meant was like last week's morning show.
No,
it was Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But that's embarrassing.
The best
That's bad.
part about that was during the longer break we do with the promos and everything. Justin sprints out in the hallway. I'll be right back. Puts that in the vault from like 10 minutes prior and goes, Matt, play the clip I just put in.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was
Dedicated,
like a crazy person.
what a dedicated guy, except for showing up on Thursdays. But I think that's the final shot of Justin Greenberg. But Aaron Judge took a moonshot. Well, not really a moonshot.
Hold on. Actually, I won't say it. I'll say it off air. I won't say it.
Okay.
It's not good to
All
say
right,
on
so last
I'd
night
be talking bad about somebody. I don't want to do it. Keep going.
Okay.
You want to say one more thing
No.
before I get to the Yankees?
No, you can shut
ruin my
off if you
happiness.
want. Yeah, go.
Okay.
Please.
So last night, the New York Yankees won off a walk-off from Aaron Judge, a 3-run shot into left field. And I want to circle back to something earlier that happened. Garcia got tossed for the Blue Jays in one of the most weird scenarios I've seen, because before Josh Donaldson got drilled, Stanton hit a 3-run shot, and then the next at bat, Donaldson gets drilled in the elbow, and I didn't really think it was intentional. Sure, the release point was a little off, but to not even give Garcia a warning there and just can him immediately was shocking, to say the least. I don't know what everyone else's thoughts are, but it seems like you have to set a precedent in a warning before you throw.
Right.
I'm always all for the warning first thing. I mean, because even if it is intentional, how do you know you're going to be kicking guys out? Like, some umpires are quick with the trigger, some aren't. And I think you're right. The warning's necessary. You need to let them know, okay, fine, but do that again, then you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. Umpires really, to me at least, they never really show consistency with the warning and the throwing somebody out. It's like the NBA with flagrant fouls.
We're talking about Noah Syndergaard. Remember the whole thing with him and Terry Collins and the whole ass in the jackpot thing?
Yeah. I mean, it's really just umpires and referees playing guessing games.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
Bichette said, what did he say? He said Loizaga was not throwing up and in on me. He said he didn't think he should have been ejected.
All right. And, there was a comment from Josh Donaldson saying, I don't even know that guy. So there we go. Cocky
That's
Josh
typical
Donaldson returns
yeah.
in pinstripes now.
That is typical Josh Donaldson saying that.
Of course. He's got a bit of an ego, but, if he can get that out.
He's on your side now.
I know. Well, just because someone's on my side doesn't mean I necessarily like them.
Yeah, I mean, I liked when Noah Syndergaard would do this kind of stuff for the Mets. Now that it's against us, I hate him. So.
Right.
To be fair to him,
Two-way street, more your scenario more than ours. But
it was funny that he was a troll Like, I found it funny.
If he did this as a Met to somebody else, I'd be laughing hysterically.
I can't, honestly, it depends on the team. Like, if it was the Phillies, fine.
Yeah,
but it's so irrelevant.
It makes no sense. You're right. There's no correlation there.
It's so irrelevant. Do I care what I woke up today? I went to bed nice and early last night, around 11 o'clock, and I woke up around 10:30. The amount of things I had to scroll by just to see if they threw a no-hitter or not was unbelievable. And I get every possible notification you could possibly get. It took me 10 minutes to find whether or not he actually threw a no-hitter.
Because the Angels are irrelevant. Like, they're playing well so far this season, but they've had such a streak of irrelevancy. Even if they're 11 games over 500 and they throw a no-hitter, nobody cares. Nobody really cares.
Nobody cares.
They don't even have like one main broadcaster doing their games.
That's true.
The guy they have right now for Vasgersian is better than him.
Yeah, that's not saying a lot.
But
Yeah.
I'm going to bring things back to the Yankees here.
Oh, of course you are. No, I'm kidding.
Man, I'm like, it's not even the Thursday morning and you're already starting, okay?
I get used to this for tomorrow.
Okay. Well, but Aaron Judge is batting .288 right now with 10 home runs, and he's playing extremely well. This is up to his level of last year.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to wonder if maybe they
better.
should.
Yeah, better.
Even better.
Yeah.
It might be.
But if he continues this, I'm starting to consider in the offseason, maybe you throw him an extra couple million, maybe 3 or 4.
Then what he wants?
I think. No.
Give him like an extra like $30 million the way he's playing.
3. Like another 3. So 33, 35 in that range.
He was asking
Wait,
for
did you hold on? Did you think that I said give him $60 million a year?
No,
I mean,
Okay,
they
okay.
might.
Wait, hold on. You think $3 million is going to get this done?
Maybe.
No.
I'm going to tell you. Give him the
now. Okay, ready? 140 games played, 45 home runs, 100-something guys driven in, 940 OPS. You know what that does? That's probably 8 years at around $290 million.
Wow.
Closer to 3 than your 235.
I get this weird feeling that they're going to extend him though.
Why would you not
give him a
want
new
to?
contract.
They're going to extend him. I agree. It's not going to be for the price the Yankees want. It's going to be for
His price.
at least $50 million more if it continues like this. It's not going to be that much. He's going to get paid. If he stays healthy and continues this, he's going to get paid big time.
I just have this fear that they're going to. It's not going to be like, you know how they say fair business, like clean business. I feel like they're going to pay him a lot. And I'd like to keep it because you're going to overpay for your star regardless, especially a homegrown talent who's basically next in line to be the next Yankee captain. So you're looking at something upwards of 35 a year.
He said, "Show me the money." They said no, and then he said, "Okay, I'm going to prove it to you." And through however many games we've played, almost 30 now, or if it's 30, I think. Man, has he done it? Has he
He's
said
really doing it.
Has he said, "Yeah, you're going to give me that money"? He said, "I'm going to get that $35 million a year."
And this is where the fear is because I think he's going to want more than the Yankees should be paying him, and they're going to give him that money. Where it sends them into hock for another couple years.
The problem's going to be, does he get so cocky and say more than I originally said?
I think he's going to do
his
that.
number,
that number's only going to go up.
The Yankees' number was $230 million. His number was closer to $300. So I think it was 280 or 290. So let's say it was 290. That's up. That's up already. Come on.
He's going to want 300 by the time the season's over if he keeps this up.
And here's the thing. I don't think the Yankees are going to be able to let him walk.
No, they can't.
They
cannot. They cannot.
Just out of principle, even though if he wants that money, realistically, they should let him walk, but they're going to give him that money. And I don't want to be set into this thing where, we're in hock for another long contract, where someone who's been historically injury-prone is going to fall off at the end of his career.
But how many guys... But here's the difference with the Yankees than a lot of other franchises. You can give him that money, and yet you could still probably sign a big-name free agent. Probably. Even if you give him that money, that's ridiculous. You could probably give it to him.
This is the last long-term contract they will sign for a couple years.
No, I know, but you got to think about it. You have Hicks's contract, not great. You have Judge contract that
Hold on.
you
You're going to have the Judge contract, you have Cole's contract,
Stanton.
and Stanton's contract.
Yep.
That's the 3.
Okay.
That's what that they have been waiting for this. They've been preparing for it. That's the 3. And they're all, I think Stanton's at what Stanton's at. What, he's at 30 million or a little less than that?
30, I think, right around 30.
Cole's at
28.
28
Cole's
million.
at 36.
35, 36.
And you're going to have Judge around there. So right there, 3 players are going to take up more than $100 million. So yes, I agree. They'll be able to add salary because they do have a couple contracts coming off the books, like Hicks, but Hicks is only $10 million. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it's not killing them. It's not hamstringing them. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be able to sign another contract. And listen, not many teams can do that. Not many teams can have 3 contracts with total value when they started at over $300 million. Not many teams can do that. The Yankees will have that.
And, he went 1 for 4 in today's game, which is really weird that it started at 12:35, not 1.
I think the camps were there or something. I heard
it's camp day?
Meredith Marakovich was talking about it, I think. That's what she said.
Hey, that's a great day.
But I kind of was half listening.
It's a great day. But, Gleyber Torres had a very, very good game today with a home run. And I'm starting to maybe consider him...
Believe?
A little bit. But
You're not there yet?
I'm not there yet. Because he's clutch.
Like but Diaz?
Yes.
Same thing? Okay.
It's sort of like, okay, he's very clutch, but I need him to be consistent. Like, being clutch is good, but I need consistent at-bats. And the one place I would probably put him, besides second base, is maybe go out there and DH him. Because I made a whole list here, a very in-depth list.
I forgot about this.
And it's not complete yet. And maybe I will complete it once. But in the situation with this roster, you're leaving a big name out of the lineup, whether it be Donaldson, who you traded for. You're taking on that money, so you should be paying him. You're going to not play Stanton like you did today. And what
Can't do that.
What was the acronym I said?
Oh, what did you say? AABPS. Always be playing Stanton.
You have to always do that because once he gets those consistent reps, he gets into that rhythm, and you got to make him play the field. But if you want to give him a rest day at DH, that's fine. Then you have no Gallo, which, let's be honest, that might be the best scenario at certain times because he's Joey Gallo, and he's not Joey Gallo of last year, even though Joey Gallo last year, you don't want 2 automatic outs.
Let me see your clip. Let's see the clipboard. Let's go.
Here you go.
Let's see it.
That took me about 10 minutes.
So these are all lineups?
Not all lineups, but just some. I didn't list left field, center field, or right field.
Okay, the problem is there's only 2 scenarios. It's not going to be every day, right? Nothing's going to be every day, but your 2 best lineups are your first 2. Mm-hmm. Where you have either Donaldson sit or you're having Gallo sit. What about no Hicks? Why is Hicks in the lineup every day?
That's a great question.
Hicks should
I left
not.
off Hicks.
Hicks should not play every day.
Excuse me, that was the one thing I left off the list.
Yes, okay.
In my very, very in-depth
That could
list.
solve the problem.
But I'm guessing right now that Anthony, without being in the room, just went over every lineup the Yankees have. Mm-hmm. Right now, in the first 30 games of the season, with no injury so far, that is their lineup configuration of who's playing or not. Right there. That's impressive. Without him being in the room, he got that.
Thank you.
That's not sarcastic either.
No,
That's
thank you very much. That was the first nice thing you said today.
That was, yeah. But also, you have to realize something. They don't believe in hot and cold, which I dislike. And right now, your colder guy is Gallo, and should Gallo play every day?
When he played today.
You can make that argument. He didn't play yesterday, though. And Boone did say he was sitting Stanton. I listened to him last night on the pregame. He said Stanton was getting a day. So, I don't know.
It's just, you know what the weird part is? Because if you're going to sit Donaldson, it's like, okay, you traded for IKF, and then IKF hasn't been great on defense, so it's like, the trade is, you make the trade, you have your cause for making the trade, but it's like, some of the stuff you're doing with the pieces you acquired from that trade, it doesn't really make sense at certain times.
But they took a risk knowing that they were getting a Josh Donaldson that is up there in age, that has dealt with injuries, and sure, he's got a 686 OPS. I don't know what his third base looks like. I don't know how great he is over there. I think the Yankees of a team has been great, so...
Right, and I mean, maybe I'm just being a little too critical about a team that's extremely successful at the moment. And with these, if injury occurs, this is not a bad problem to have.
It's
just currently, it's kind of like, where are you putting certain pieces that you're paying good money for?
It's working. I could tell, or I can understand why it's frustrating that every day you don't know what you're getting. Every day it's different. Sure.
And today's lineup was bewildering. Or I didn't say that right. It was odd.
Well, DJ batting cleanup is stupid.
No, and I've kind of accepted, going off DJ here, I've kind of accepted that he's going to be a utility guy, even though I feel like you should be playing him at second base most days, even though you're playing him at third a lot, which is okay, but if you're playing him at third...
Don's play, DH?
DH, right?
I got his splits here, actually, Glabers, which is very interesting.
He's been playing very well as of late, 4 runs in his last 17 games.
Right, so his DH, he's got a 786 OPS. That is 7 at-bats, 7 plate appearances. At second base is his most by far. He's got 81. He's got a 638 OPS. He's fantastic as a pinch hitter. Mm-hmm. So,
and at this point, I wouldn't mind playing him at DH. But then again, you're leaving somebody off there where you're paying a lot of money.
He's also a lot better at home. A lot better at home.
Well, the ballpark helps.
Right, he is pretty brutal.
The Little League ballpark.
That's not what I was saying.
You heard that like 20 times a day. It's getting old.
And also, he is not hitting right-handed pitching at all. He's batting 183 with a 539 OPS against right-handers. Against lefties, which is half the games and less than half of the at-bats, 269 batting average, 923 OPS. So he's hitting the crap out of the ball against lefties, but not against righties.
And so we don't really know where his defense is.
Him somewhere?
So there you go.
Yeah.
You'll play him periodically. You won't play him against a tough righty. Mm-hmm. If you're facing, in the division, you're facing, I don't know, Alex Manoah. You won't play him against Manoah, but when Kikuchi's pitching, okay, he starts against Kikuchi. And if you're playing the Orioles and you got some random right-end pitcher out there, okay, you play him.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And Gallo is playing against...
Gallo, you can just trade.
You're playing him against the righties. And by the way, hold on. Didn't Gallo hit like a 450-foot bomb off of Kikuchi last week?
No. Was last week, yes.
So,
but he's been hitting a lot of deep foul balls, to his credit.
Okay.
Because he's at least hitting the ball. Not fair, but he's hitting it.
But wouldn't that be a reason to start him? Didn't he have a good game? He lost that game, but didn't he play? He had good at bats
well,
against Kikuchi.
But then here's the problem with that. Who are you sitting in the outfield? Hicks? Sure.
Well,
but most of the time, you're not going to sit Hicks.
But if you were giving Stanton a day, I guess the lefty-righty, where they wanted Gallo to sit against the lefty, even though he hit him, and they wanted Stanton against the lefty, and he hits a home run, so it worked out.
Right, and this is the problem where you're like, where are these certain pieces going to go? Because you're giving guys a lot of rest days, or you're putting them out of their position, where it's, again, no hot and cold.
You can have this argument for days about... who
like this could
plays
be
well, who sits well.
This could be a 20-page book.
Yes,
if I wanted to.
Yeah, if you want to do it, you can do it.
You can do it.
I don't know who would buy it.
Nobody would buy it.
Aaron Boone should buy it.
Aaron Boone.
I'm sure they have it. I'm sure the analytics.
That's a good point.
Have already figured it out.
I like to think the lineup, and maybe it's hyperbole, is like a bingo thing where they roll the balls around and then. Whatever.
You think so?
I think so.
Oh, Glaber's starting today.
Oh. No, I don't think they do that.
No, they don't. They don't do it. Of course, I was being hyperbolic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
You got a lock for us?
I do have two.
All right.
Michael Merlo's Stone Cold Lock Game of the Century of the Year of the Millennium.
In other news, the Phillies still stink.
My Little League team last night was down 14-8 going into the last inning after giving up 4 runs in the 7th. That's the last inning because we couldn't throw the ball to first base. Otherwise, we would have been down 2.
What do you mean? Oh, you coach a...
Yeah, so we scored 6 runs in the 7th and tied.
Oh, so if you had to make a comparison to an MLB coach, what are you?
Oh, I am the first base coach right now. So I guess if I was a base coach, you'd call me Luis Rojas, I guess.
Oh, that's bad.
Or what's his name? What's Kirby? Wayne Kirby, is that his name? The first base coach for the Mets? I'm him. Big guy sitting there at first. Anyway, all right. We've got over 5 strikeouts for Tyler McGill tonight.
Okay.
Love it. Love it. I also like Shohei's over 7.
Ooh.
You like
K's.
Okay.
And my other lock,
Now, don't do it. Don't do it.
the New York Rangers tonight will force a Game 6. They'll lose Game 6, but they will win tonight.
Just end it tonight.
In front of their own fans at MSG and win tonight.
You know what? I would like to see a good prop bet. Patrick Nemeth over 2 penalties, because he's going to do that.
You think so?
Yes.
That guy's the worst defenseman I think I've ever watched.
How many goals does Igor give up tonight? Better be like 2.
3.
I say 3.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3-2.
Is that enough to win?
No, we're going to lose. We're going to
3-2?
3-2.
They could win 4-3, 5-3.
Ross has been money. Ross has told you when they're going to lose, when they're going to win, and he also said I didn't know about that Game 1, like how it would affect them. It did.
Yeah.
This is 2-2. It's a completely different series if they win that
It's
overtime
over.
game.
It's over. And, it's been a good year, but it's over.
It's a good season. I did not think they were going to win 52 games and 110 points. But, yeah, this season is, it's over. That first game took everything out of them.
Yeah, there's a guy on Twitter called FitzGSN, and he called Glenn Sather the big stogie. Great thing, but in his tweet he says, they get embarrassed tonight, they're going to really make moves. And
Well, what moves would they make?
More grit. So make this team even more inept offensively, right?
Well, I mean, the offense, everybody thought was a high-flying offense. How did that work out in the playoffs? It didn't exactly working towards our defense is concerned. It worked poorly. We need, we need offense and Barry Trotz. That's what we need.
No. You're not gonna do
defensive
that.
structure
No.
and offense.
Ross, I agree with you.
Yeah, because he at least provides
I agree with you
defense.
with a lot of your hockey takes. I am not prepared to do that because
we need defense. We do.
Okay, but you know what's going to happen? The youth isn't going to get played. We're going to hear that.
That's true. That's true.
You have a lot of youth,
But,
though.
this is my perspective. They're going to lose tonight.
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to that old Twitter thing where it's hockey isn't a sport. Because if they lose tonight, it's no longer a sport for, 6 months?
Yeah.
So, but let's move on to a real sport, because hockey isn't a real sport. The NBA, and our favorite guy, Doc Rivers, got embarrassed.
Josh?
Yeah.
talk.
Okay, so my voice is.
Did you tell him what Justin
No,
said?
I said it before we got on the air today. I asked him. I said it.
If nobody has noticed, apparently.
Justin texted us saying you sound like Doc Rivers.
Like, I can do a mean Doc Rivers impression if you want to hear it.
It sounds like
Do me a
Doc.
favor, throw James Harden under the bus. Let's hear that.
James, you gotta get back on the defensive end. James. It's not James' fault. Joel's on the floor. You can't call it tech.
Joel Embiid had a fantastic game of 17 points while Jimmy Butler.
Can I just say
Of
something
course,
on that?
the floor is yours.
You hurt your voice.
Please, anytime
Your voice doing that.
anytime Josh can say anything negative about Doc Rivers,
Oh.
he
Let
has the
him
whole
do it.
floor.
Glenn. So, again, you win 2 great games. You come back, you're down 2-0. The sky's falling, right? But you beat the odds, right? You beat my expectations. You win 2 straight games in Philly. You win a great game, Game 4. And James Harden, he comes out of nowhere. He plays great, drops 31 points, drops some threes. And you're like, as a Sixers fan, you must be like, oh, wow. James Harden is cooking again. It's a whole different series. And, if Houston James Harden comes back, maybe we can do some things. It won't be a foregone conclusion that the Bucks and the Celtics are going to either of those two are going to go to the finals. But what happens? You come out and you look like trash, garbage from the opening possession, literally from the opening tip. And none of this is on Joel Embiid, and this is why yesterday I said he's the MVP. Because he's out there, he gets whacked in the face with like a ball after Dedmon slapped down at it. And he's like on the floor crying, goes to the bench, comes back into the game, and still plays. But meanwhile, you have Tobias Harris, James Harden. Nobody else showed up. So the guy with the broken face is still going to be your best player?
And you know what? Another thing,
Really?
the Heat did that without Kyle Lowry too.
Yeah.
So getting embarrassed,
Just a joke.
and that Tobias Harris contract. Oh boy, do they regret that now?
I was thinking about this earlier. Do you remember after Jimmy Butler left Philly after they lost to the Raptors in that wild Game 7 where Kawhi hits the shot, right?
Yeah.
Think about that offseason and how it completely changed things for them. So they let Jimmy Butler walk. They give Al Horford, of all people, a max. We talked about that yesterday, and he was terrible in Philly. And then you give Tobias Harris that disgusting contract. And I like Tobias Harris as a player, But no, you can't pay that guy $35 million.
A minus 27 on the court last night, by the way.
Oh,
Tobias Harris.
Oh,
that's Julius Randle numbers.
how about
Yes, it is.
how about my boy Tyrese Maxey last night?
You love this guy.
Not great though. Not great. Listen, anytime we get to slander the city of Philadelphia, we do
Yes.
it. We do it. What a joke. What a joke. I went to bed early last night. When I woke up and saw they lost by 35 points, nice smile. Nice smile.
If it's a 5, and I'm speaking like the context of Philadelphia fans, if they lose by like 5 to 10 points, it's like, okay, we battled hard. It's all right. We'll go back home and we'll get the job done.
They're done.
They lost by 30 points.
They're done.
They're finished. I don't expect nothing from this team anymore. I really don't.
They just always win at home, though, the Sixers. That's the problem. They always seem to win at home. I think they'll lose tomorrow, but that's the one thing I have paused. They always play well at home, and I hope the Heat end it tomorrow.
They will. They will.
Anthony,
It's over.
Yes.
can I give you a hot take on one of the other Eastern Conference teams?
Sure.
I was thinking about this whole thing with the Bucks last night. By the whole thing, I mean, you know, they're in the playoffs and everything, and they obviously won the championship last year. I have a really hot take, and I'm going to say if they win again this year and Giannis is even close to what he was in the finals last year, I think Giannis, his legacy is better than anybody not named LeBron James in this league.
Hold on. No. Just LeBron.
LeBron's the only guy greater than Giannis
His legacy
out of current players.
Okay,
current
out of
players.
current players.
Current NBA
I almost
guys
was
in the
gonna jump
league.
out of my
Guys
seat.
in the league now.
You know what?
I disagree, but
Who do you think is better if he wins this year and he looks like he did last year?
Steph is still.
I think he beats Steph.
I still say Steph.
You can make the argument though.
You could. No, I
That's
agree.
the guy I would think of, Steph or KD, but
I'd say Steph. I'd say Giannis if he wins
Over
this year
KD?
and he's great in the finals again. Yes, I think that's fair. But what Steph Curry has done over his career is just unbelievable. So I would
two
go
different players completely.
two different players, sure. And if Giannis was to win another championship,
Then
totally,
maybe.
totally. Oh, damn it!
Did you see this quote about
he caught it.
Oh wow.
He actually made the catch.
We're so distracted.
Sorry.
There was a quote by Steph Curry that Malika Andrews actually commented on her show. They asked Steph what the game plan is for tonight against Memphis. He goes, "Whoop that trick. That is our game plan."
Okay.
Like,
What does that mean?
it's a whole-
what does that translate to in
let me
English?
let me translate.
Explain, please.
It's a whole
Put it
Memphis.
in baseball terms.
It's pretty much Memphis vernacular. Like they have this whole thing of, like, it's a song and that's a like rally song, I guess.
Okay.
So he's like, "Oh, we're gonna whoop that trick tonight."
Okay.
So
Please.
there you go.
Expand on that stuff, please.
They
Expand on that one.
will, he's
Alienate the whole country outside of Tennessee. Go ahead.
Yeah.
He's right, they will.
They
They're
probably
advancing
will.
tonight. Jaws out.
By the way, how about we were giving all these props to the Mavs yesterday, and if they get anything out of their other players not named Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic, they have a chance, and they got nothing out of
Absolutely nothing.
Whatever, 8 guys out of the 2 they have, and they got blown out.
I hate talking about non-playoff teams in the middle of the playoffs, but I sent you guys the tweet.
Yeah.
So the Brooklyn Nets are promoting their season tickets for next year.
I gotta go buy some.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to after this if you're a big Kyrie fan, because they got Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, which is
Joe Harris,
which is something. Joe Harris, who we haven't seen since 2020.
Who's the other guy?
And Cam Thomas.
That's Cam. Wow.
What was the ridiculous promo they were running halfway through the season? There was something that was with the pricing, where it was $10 tickets.
No,
I could be wrong.
That's the only way they're going to get people in the Barclays Center.
There was
right.
There was
no.
Hold on, I'm telling you right now, it is expensive to go there. It is an expensive arena.
It shouldn't be.
It's very expensive.
The
I
atmosphere
feel
is
like-
nothing like the Garden. The place is a library.
To me, it's a dump.
The place sucks.
I'm sorry,
It
it's a
does
dump.
suck.
Terrible.
Dump.
But it's very expensive. I went there once. I won't go back. I
No.
will not go back unless.
Hold on, you said you were buying season tickets. What happened?
That was sarcasm. I will
Really?
not go back.
Not like you.
I actually will. I'm doing this. I am retracting my fandom as a Brooklyn Nets fan.
No, you can't do
no,
that.
that's it. That's it.
Considering the fact that I cannot go there and enjoy myself unless I'm being pampered and, I'm in a suite and somebody's taking me to the game, I will not be stepping foot in Barclays Center again. That's number one.
So
And
where
yeah,
you're
that's it.
taking your talents to?
We'll know before I leave at the end of the summer. How about that?
Okay.
I mean, what is your like?
What am I
Evidence.
picking? What am I
Yeah.
picking through?
Yeah, like what criteria is there?
The Lakers.
We'll see free agency, right? We'll definitely see free agency and the draft and things like that, and we'll pick a team. I'm confident in
We're gonna
myself.
Are you going to stick with this one? Hopefully.
I hope I stick with
We're
this.
gonna have
I think
like
I
a
will.
LeBron style show.
Yeah, we
Merlo's
should
the
do that.
decision.
My decision.
There it is.
Oh, we got to make an intro for that, man.
Who I'll be rooting for. Yeah, we'll get there soon.
Oh, yeah.
But
Are you?
go ahead, Anthony.
I feel like you're gonna have to put this down, like a legal binding document.
All right, I'll sign off on it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
fine. So,
definitely.
yeah, I'm considering long term and current.
Okay.
It's for the long. My
Where's
kids,
the one spot you're not
Your
gonna go?
kids.
My kids will root for this team. I probably won't go out west. And I will not be choosing the Brooklyn Nets.
We were choosing the Knicks, possibly.
They're absolutely under consideration.
Okay.
I love their arena, and I
Okay.
go there, and it's easy to get to. So
All right.
It's so crazy that they left Kyrie. It's crazy, but it's not crazy actually.
Well,
that they
I
left
don't
him
blame
off I don't blame them either. But it's
he's
like
technically not under contract. Is he under contract?
no, he's a
No.
free agent.
Okay, so that's why.
They're asked to explain this, and it's something like, well, only vaccinated players can be on the promo, so
It's just a little wild that they put Ben Simmons on there.
He's got
but
a shot.
whatever.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not surprised. I mean, he's not under contract.
yeah.
Speaking
There's
of
no
that,
confirmation, yeah.
Speaking of that, so Sean Marks had his end of season presser. All the GMs do, right?
Oh, this is great.
I have so many incredible quotes in my bookmarks.
This is fantastic.
Let me say.
Hold on, where am I going to start? Oh, so okay, when
Start
Axe
with
went
the availability.
the availability.
Yeah, do that one.
Let me find it first. First, let me read this.
great.
Let me read this one from Steve
Okay,
Nash.
okay.
Quote: I've been in the office every day since we lost.
Doing what?
I don't know.
Playing
but-
Scrabble.
Yeah, it's not watching game tape. I know that.
He's playing Wordle.
Oh, I haven't played Wordle.
What did I do?
Should I give it out?
Please don't.
So Sean Marks says, I'm when asked about the culture, he says the culture isn't what it quite was.
Okay.
Then he's
Was
asked,
there ever a culture?
I don't know. I mean, when they had D'Angelo Russell and
Oh,
that
yeah.
team.
Wow, that was a culture, yeah.
But he
They
was,
had culture.
but he wasn't there.
Yeah.
that wasn't
Also, Mike,
so bad.
Mike, I would like to bring your attention to the television screen really quickly.
Grand Slam.
Who is that? Hoskins?
Hoskins.
That's disgusting.
Well, they'll blow the lead. They'll blow it. They'll find a way. Familia coming in and blow it.
Logan Gilbert's been good too.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, who's on his fantasy team? That's fantasy.
Oh, wow, that was a terrible pitch.
Remember when he used to have the two ear protectors
Yes.
going down there?
He broke his jaw.
They got rid. What, they make him take that off?
No, because his jaw healed, yeah.
Okay, because I thought that was a stupid look. I thought that was
No, it was to
his
protect
gimmick.
his face, yeah. No, it was to protect his face.
This guy gave up a grand slam on a 69th pitch. Nice.
In the fourth inning?
Nice.
Why are we doing this?
Anyway,
Anyways, back to Sean Marks. Sorry.
so here's the big one. He was asked if he has to consider a player's motivations before signing them to a long-term
There
deal.
it is.
Kyrie. And Sean Marks says, quote, do they want to be part of this? Are they motivated by something that's not good for the whole team? Those are questions we have to ask.
Oh!
That's
Kyrie's
the
not
big
coming
one right
back.
there. Because there's a whole narrative around Sean Marks among like NBA fans, like KD and Kyrie run the franchise. This guy's a puppet. He's acting kind of spicy in this post game, in this presser. And it's kind of like he's trying to like establish like I'm the guy. I'm the one that's going to be making all the decisions.
That guy's not coming back. I don't think so. After all this, I don't think so. It would take a lot.
Kyrie?
Yeah, I was talking about this before, Josh. I think the only scenario Kyrie comes back is on like a 1 year prove it kind of deal, maybe 2 years.
But I'm telling
he's
you,
not gonna take
there's
that.
no way he's going to take that though.
You were saying that. I'm thinking he should.
No, I mean, no, I can't
what
even.
team after what he just pulled is going to sign him to a max?
No, Matt, you know
Maybe
there's
the
a-
Lakers.
You know there's a dumb enough team.
Maybe the Lakers.
You know Sacramento's just waiting to
Listen,
throw him a bag.
as controversial as he is, and as difficult as he
He's
is to
incredibly
deal
talented.
with, he's insanely talented. So yes, he will get picked up in a minute. It's
But do you
instantly.
think for a max contract, though?
Yes, I would give him.
There's 2 or 3 teams dumb enough to do it. I swear to you.
What do you think about the Knicks?
Josh, I think every team, if they had the chance to get... Listen, you know how... Everybody knows how I feel about Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
I think every team would. Every team would line up to give that, if they could, a max contract.
I wouldn't say a max contract.
I think so. I really do. I think you'd be stupid not to. He's too good.
I agree with you that the talent, totally max deal worthy. All the half the season crap, no.
Well, there's no. Yes, he was difficult in that where there was no COVID vaccination.
Not even that. He just doesn't show up half the time.
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to listen. You're taking a risk, but that's worth it. As long as everything's good with the vaccinations, and I can get him for 65, 70 games, I'm good.
You won't get him for 65, 70 games.
I think you can with that.
Before COVID, he would just not show up. Remember that?
I remember it very clearly.
Yeah,
I'll never forget when he said he's taking time off for personal reasons.
He played
mental health. Oh, and then we learned it's his sister's birthday.
He played 54 games that year in a 70-game season.
It's not terrible, but
yeah.
So
it's the reasons why, though.
Yes, agreed.
So I don't know.
He's an enigma. I don't understand.
Enigma is the perfect word.
Yeah.
Again, it's really, here's the debate with Kyrie Irving. It's really, he's supremely talented, like we all know, as the Phillies go into the bottom of the fourth. I feel like I'm at the baseball broadcast right now. I feel like we're back at Mitchell Field.
Back at Mitchell Field.
There you go.
But
the game that would not end.
No. It mercifully ended, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, mercifully.
But anyway, the debate with Kyrie Irving, it's the talent over the locker room concerns and just the headache he presents. Like, again, you never know when he's going to show up. Mm-hmm. You never know what he's going to say to a teammate, say on Twitter, say on a Twitch stream. You don't know.
I forgot he was on Twitch. That's right. He's like Trevor May.
Did you hear him last night?
On
2K?
Yeah.
About the gambling. Yeah, that was funny.
He's fantastic. Like I don't understand.
I didn't even know he was on.
Oh, yeah, he's like Trevor May. He's on Twitch saying stupid stuff.
What does he play?
He plays 2K.
This world, there are no vaccines.
I saw him playing.
He can play anywhere he wants.
GTA Online. He got some other games on there.
GTA 5. That's right. Yeah.
I see. Really quickly, but like, why do you need the extra money when you're getting paid millions to do streams? It's so, as a professional athlete, why do you need to do that?
Well, Trevor
I find
May
that
sucks.
Yeah.
But hasn't he always struck you as one of those guys that's going to just retire well before his time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think it's the video game route. I think it's something else.
He'll be a monk somewhere.
I can see that.
Yeah, right?
I can definitely see that.
A monastery.
Look, I despise Trevor May. He is awful for a guy that. Because this is the reason why I despise him. If you're gonna talk crap and think this is Fortnite and think this is all sort of a video game, well then you better be really good. And guess what? You have a 9 ERA, buddy.
But he's playing hurt, but you're still bad.
But last year wasn't great.
No.
So what's the excuse? There's no excuse. He's just terrible.
You really hate him.
He's terrible. That's what he's
Ross
just
likes
awful.
figures on some of these players he just doesn't like. Ross locks in, doesn't like certain guys, and that's just it.
Well,
I respect that.
Yeah,
and he's just like me.
Yeah, because you're talking trash. You're talking on Twitter. And it's like, dude, you suck. So why are you talking to everybody else?
Second day in a row, I didn't get Wordle.
Oh,
damn.
What was it?
What was it?
No,
Give it out. Give it out over the air.
I'm not saying it.
What about the Wardle?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
The Wardle.
The Wardle.
What's the Wardle?
That's you try and guess the baseball player. So
I like that.
you guess a player. It'll say whether or not you got the team right, the division right, lefty or righty.
I don't know how to
batting.
exist.
They have it for Podal, for basketball, Weddle,
Love Pirtle.
and
Pirtle. I like that.
Love Pirtle.
Yeah.
and then there are two different ones for hockey. Both. One is absolutely horrendous. The other one's not bad.
Wardle. I like that. Is it current players only?
Yeah.
I love
Let me
that.
give some love to Weddle. Weddle too. For
Weddle's
NFL.
great.
Weddle's NFL?
Yeah,
Weddle's Weddle?
They got a hard mode too. Like, it's challenging, but you know.
Okay.
You know, Weddle, I've not gotten Wardles, but for whatever reason, I've never not gotten a Weddle.
Same
hard
here. Same
and
here.
for whatever, I think it's easier to guess on there. This one's tougher.
Yeah, I can see that.
Speaking of the NFL, the NFL posted something on Instagram hinting at the schedule release, which is tomorrow. They said the Rams have the hardest schedule, while the Commanders and the Cowboys have the easiest schedule.
That's BS.
And the Giants and the Eagles too have it's like they're the bottom four.
Oh,
Apparently, there's a schedule leak
Yes,
What?
I follow that. It's
All right.
the Jets. The Jets and the Patriots are on Sunday Night Football this year.
Really? That's the first
Jets and
Jets.
the Patriots, they don't even deserve on the same field together. Why are they
That's
on
the
the Sunday Football?
The Jets got better.
First
Not good.
Sunday night game for the Jets in 10 years.
Oh my God!
Wow, that's
fantastic.
Not to be that guy, but Monday night's really going to get the more marquee games this season, right?
Well, yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
Who's doing Sunday night now? It's Tarico and Breeze.
Tarico and Collinsworth.
Okay,
But
that's terrible.
I like
not.
Mike Tirico.
Tarico's great.
I like Al Michaels way better than him.
Tarico is really, really good.
I like him. I'm not a big Collinsworth guy.
I don't know. Mike.
I know people that don't like Collinsworth.
I'm not a big Collinsworth guy.
And it's in East Rutherford, by the way. So they're not going up to Foxborough.
Wow, okay. That's a great look for the Jets. I'm just saying. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are on ESPN Monday night now, so they're going to get a lot more marquee games.
But they're gonna But the thing is, Sunday night football is not guaranteed to each team. A Thursday night and a Monday night is guaranteed to each team.
Yeah.
So
they can
Sunday
make that
night
substitute.
is a honor almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Giants.
The game of the week.
When's the last time they won a Monday Night Football game?
The Giants? Oh, I couldn't tell you.
It's been like 10 years.
It's been over 2 years.
According to Schedule Leak, the first game of the year is, I think,
Rams.
Bills at Rams.
Oh wow!
Thanksgiving
love that.
is Commanders Lions.
That's terrible.
Oh, yuck.
Gross.
That's always the
Throw up
first
on my
game.
turkey.
Bengals at Cowboys.
That's not horrendous.
And
Star-studded.
This game this is the game. That's the game. Bills at Ravens.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's a great game.
That's good.
If everyone's healthy with the Ravens, it's going to be amazing.
Spoiler alert: Ravens are winning the Super Bowl. Anyway,
Ooh.
Bills.
Bills or Ravens? Yeah, I have a bet on with the Bills. Anyway, yeah, I think the Giants open in Washington
Okay, that's fine.
and end at Dallas.
Of course.
They either always start or end with Dallas.
Yep.
It's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we always start two on the road a lot.
I don't know. I didn't catch the next game. I didn't catch.
I want the Giants
Mm.
to be back on Sunday Night Football so bad.
By the way,
we don't deserve that.
I know we
guys,
don't.
No.
this is for another day. I didn't realize how late it was.
Yeah.
I went through the Giants' opponents, and we'll be able to do this next week with the schedule.
Yeah.
I found like 8 or 9 wins.
They're not good.
I don't know if I'm like way too idiotically optimistic, but this really feels like the Eagles last season. This feels like
But
the Eagles last year.
They cut Bradbury though. I mean that
doesn't do anything.
That doesn't do anything for me.
But we have no corners. Who's our?
They
corners?
have good safeties. They have Aaron Robinson last year, who they drafted from UCF, who I don't hate at all. They have a Dory
You don't hate
Jackson
him.
still.
You have Kayvon Thibodeau now.
Yeah, that helps.
We have a nice pass rush. I think we're going to have a nice pass rush. I don't know. I'm feeling a little too giddy, I guess, about the New York Giants.
I want Bryce Young. I'm sorry. I just. I
for
kinda
that-
don't
for
jump.
that-
Boss, either way, I don't think they will be top 7, top 8.
But that's the problem. There's a problem there. If you're a mediocre, that's the problem.
I know.
Yeah, you need to win 2 games. Good touchdown. The other
Well,
team.
September is a while away, but that's going to do it for us. From Michael Merlo, Josh Umahi, Ross Levine, Matt Leonard, I'm Anthony Deus saying good night, New York, wherever you are.